All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's get it going then. This is the Miscellaneous Bullshit Podcast. I'm joined by the never impressive Tanner Clark.
Yeah.
And a special guest that we're going to introduce in just a minute. So let's get into it without further delay. This is Miscellaneous Bullshit. If you like pumpkin pie, then jump off a bridge. They are the pumpkin pie is the worst.
You like pumpkin pie? Drink and drive. Drink. Okay? Drink and drive. My guy over here has plans, okay? What are you doing with your past? Okay? What are you doing with your past?
Man, I mean, it sounds like he kind of has his shit together now, a little maybe. Although he is just hanging out with his buddy, drinking bourbon.
But at least he admits that I was right. He was the worst. Dude, that is the last thing I thought he was going to say right there. 1,000 problems, you can't speed it up. Just cut the intro out.
Just cut it out
so we can drink.
All right, man.
I thought that's what this was about anyway.
Well, I mean, it basically is. All right, so we are joined this week by the one and only Lehman D. Leavelle, who just so happens to be my father, all the way from California.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
We flew him in just for the podcast.
Flew him in just for the podcast. That's an expensive guest, okay? We could have got a celebrity. Right. With the amount of money that Sean spent on this ticket.
Right.
Facts.
But this is better.
Way better.
Because he's going to slam me.
Yeah, and absolutely. Right. And he's got interesting things to say. Quick question. Can you say his name one more time?
Lehman?
Lehman.
D.
Leavelle.
Leavelle.
Okay, so.
He goes by Lee.
Two quick questions. Most people, like, is Lehman, like, is that a common name? Like, people whose name is Lee. Is that what it's short for?
No.
Okay.
Most people, I don't know who most people who use the name Lee are short for.
Yeah.
Lehman's not a common name.
I was going to say, it's definitely not common.
It's more of a last name.
Okay, gotcha.
Lehman Brothers Banks.
Okay.
Spelled the same way. It was, I don't know, some ancestor of mine was named Lehman.
I gotcha. And then second question about your name, D. I know some people who literally just have a middle initial. Is that what you have, or do you have a middle name?
Dwayne.
Lehman Dwayne. I got that.
Leavelle.
I got that.
It's a name.
I like it. My name's Tanner Logan Clark, and I make this joke about how that's like a real good NASCAR name because it's 3 first names.
Oh, is that right?
Like if you think about like Tanner. NASCAR drivers besides Dale Earnhardt,
right.
They're pretty much just like 2 first names, like Jeff Gordon.
Yeah.
You know stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like Tony Stewart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All the greats.
Danica Patrick.
Exactly. Like Danica's not really a first name, but Patrick definitely is. So I have a really good NASCAR name. You just have a great name. You have a great name.
But I go by Lee.
And I don't and like they kind of warned me about this the other night, last week whenever I was here. Cheyenne said it for sure. You do have a killer radio voice. You got a good radio voice.
It's true.
You should do some radio.
Oh, I've done some announcing and stuff.
He's done some announcing.
Anything monumental that you want to speak on or not?
Hold on.
I've sung in Carnegie Hall.
He's sung in Carnegie Hall.
We need to get into that then, huh?
Oh, we're going to get
talk
into
about drinks then.
Real quick. All right, so our miscellaneous cocktail, in honor of my father being here, is his go-to, which is Cazadores Reposado.
Cazadores Reposado.
There we go. That's the right way to say it.
Cheers it up.
Cheers.
Welcome to the show, sir.
We'll do that. That's good.
I can reach you.
Oh my God. Whoa.
You all right? You all right, bud?
Well, it's not that bad.
No,
it's not.
I told you it's good stuff. You drink that vodka shit. Nobody wants that.
Well, I'm still relative.
You can taste it. Taste a little licorice-y.
Yeah, it's
really. You can taste the cactus.
There's a flavor there.
Yes,
most of the time, whenever I drink tequila, and now once again, I've talked to Sean about this. He gives me shit. You're not drinking good tequila. I understand that. I haven't drank tequila besides like in a margarita in like the past 5 years. Yeah. But like whenever I was in high school or college, and you drink tequila, you drink like Jose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
like
you drink it's clear.
Poison.
It's clear, right?
Yes, sir.
And see, this has a little yellow tint.
Yeah, so that's good.
It's oaked.
Okay.
Aged.
I gotcha. So much better than the Jose I'm used to.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
I'd hope so.
Oh
and we're chasing it with Pacifico.
Mexican
beer. It's delicious.
I like that.
Do you like it?
I
haven't had it.
I already took a drink or two. I haven't had it before tonight, but it's definitely very good. It reminds me of just like kind of like a domestic-ish beer, just like what do you call those? What is that? What
Domestic.
Yeah, I mean, but like
Pilsner.
Pilsner, is that what they're called?
Lager.
Bear Whiz.
Okay, gotcha. Bear Whiz?
Bear
Yeah,
Whiz.
I like that. I like that a lot. Because I mean, realistically, I don't call it Bear Whiz. I call it Bud Light, like human piss. You know what I mean? Essentially, mixed with a little bit of water. You know, like a hydrated human peed into a bottle. But like this stuff tastes very similar, but it has a little extra something. And I think that's the Mexico in it.
It's got some body.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, before we got into that. So, yes, as my dad mentioned, he has sung in Carnegie Hall.
That's insane. That's
Yes,
insane. Yeah. So you're a falsetto?
Yeah. I used to have a killer falsetto, believe it or not. I did.
They were talking to me about it the other night. And like, I'm not well versed in anything music really, besides I can listen to it and I think I know what a good song sounds like. So I don't know like terms or anything, but I was asking them, I was like, what is he a soprano? Like, I don't know what that even means.
Yeah.
Like, what's he a soprano? And they were like, no, you nerd, you don't know anything. And I was like, no, I don't. So what do you sing?
I sing bass.
Bass. Gotcha. Okay. so you're in the back with some of those big
I used to be able
guys.
to carry on a soprano falsetto, yeah.
I believe it.
Before I broke my neck.
Jeez.
I'm not kidding.
I can't sing.
I got all kinds of
I
stories.
can't sing the same because I broke my neck.
I can't.
It sounds
changed
legit.
me.
Yeah, it changed your voice box, right? Absolutely.
did.
Crack that thing
I
up a
can't
little
make
bit.
them as tight as I used to.
Yeah, but you were with a choir, right?
Yeah.
Through
so,
Sacramento.
So I've sung in choirs all my life. From when I was a
Right.
kid, I sang in church choir, you know.
Nice.
So singing was always something I could do. I never had the patience to practice and learn an instrument, but singing always just came to me like a snack.
Yeah.
So I could hear something and I could sing it pretty much. So, I'd sung in some recreational choirs around Sacramento and stuff, you know, and I saw this little blurb in the newspaper that said that they were taking auditions for bassists to sing with the Sacramento Valley Concert Choir in Carnegie Hall. And I'm like, oh, that'd be cool.
Right. Let me put my list on that, or my name on that long list of legends to have been in that building on the stage, nonetheless. No, that is insane. That's very cool.
So I went and I auditioned and I got on with the choir and it was fun, man. They treated us like royalty in New York. You know, harbor cruises.
Oh, you were traveling with them a little bit and stuff like that too?
Just to New York.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
that's
so
cool though.
They paid for like a 4-day trip to New York.
Cross country trip to New York.
Actually, we paid for it, but
Yeah.
but they organized it.
Yeah,
I
there
got
you
a
go.
group rate. Stayed at the Hyatt, you know, saw the sights in New York, Harbor Cruise, and all that stuff, and singing Carnegie Hall. Carnegie Hall.
Yeah, absolutely.
I need another drink.
His speech gets better with time and drinks. Mine gets way worse. Way worse. I don't know how many of these episodes you've listened to or how deep you get because we get kind of ranty and, you know, on the old ones we'd go 3 hours. But essentially by like 2.5, Sean can kind of hold his liquor a little bit better than me. But like I'm just kind of slurring a little bit. And I definitely have a slight lisp the more alcohol I drink. And it gets kind of rough. Man.
Thank you.
Just in the glass like
You're welcome. Do you
Just
want more?
in the-
You're good. You got
No.
you liked it
No,
though.
I did like it. Okay, so the thing about
you
it
can
is...
just sip it. You don't have to drink a whole shot every time. You could just sip it.
You can sip it a little bit?
Whiskey,
Yeah,
you sip it's the same.
yeah.
But
Okay.
you know, you taste that, leaves that little licorice taste on your lip.
You get that bottle here in town?
Yeah.
How much you pay
down
for
at
that?
Jay's, $29.99.
That's not bad for
It's
good
a
tequila.
great price.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
pretty
cheaper
good.
than like you'd pay for like a Patron or something like that, right?
He does not like Patron.
And that's what I've heard you say that
I
Patron's
don't
not that
like it
great.
much
I don't
either.
like it.
What's the main difference between like a Patron and that, in your opinion, or
You
maybe
mean the
your
difference in
factual
the taste
knowledge?
or well, this goes down really smooth.
Uh-huh.
I like you've heard me describe. I like the taste of it. I can taste the cactus, but I can taste a little hint of oak aging in it also. I haven't noticed that with Patron.
well, there's
And I can drink it all night and not get a hangover.
Really?
Yeah.
They say that with like clean, it's like a clean liquor thing, like a clean liquor. So is it just like, I don't know, does that mean it's just very well distilled? Like, what does that mean? I don't know. I just drink the stuff. I don't know. But that is interesting.
I was reading that bottle of stuff you had upstairs.
Yeah.
And it said it was double distilled. So I don't know what the hell they do that for.
Double the
Real
still.
quick, and then like we'll get on with it. But speaking of that, there is this thing, and it was like going around on the internet for a while. People would take like I don't know, shitty vodka, you know, like some
And then-
like Smirnoff or something, and then
distill it
pour it
at
through a
home.
Brita filter.
Really?
And then like it was way better after going through that
I can
filter.
believe that.
It's interesting, you know,
It's not
nonetheless.
drinking lighter fluid though.
Yeah.
Vodka.
Hey
well
man,
drink lighter
it depends on the time of day. No, the time of night that you need to drink vodka. If me and Leavelle are out, me and baby Leavelle are out, and it's late at night, and we are around a bunch of people, throw some Red Bull in that vodka, man.
Vodka Red Bull.
Just a little splash of Red Bull.
It's a party.
Oh man,
Yeah.
It's definitely a party.
it's been a party, and
Every
it's gonna
time.
be a bigger party at that point.
Every time.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So, Dad, now that we know you a little bit,
You don't even know.
You have no idea.
now we really want to get to know you. So we're
The
gonna
nitty gritty, the really interesting stuff.
the really important stuff.
The really important stuff. Like the thing is, these questions are all very important.
All of them.
I went on a first date, you know, I don't know how long ago. Ask her all these questions. Same exact thing.
These same questions?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I'll throw up there's a couple answers that'll throw up some red flags.
Yeah.
You know, those red flags appeared with her and me, so we didn't hit it off. But we'll see how Lee does on this. Leland, that's like a name, right? Leland.
That sucks.
Take it back.
That sucks.
Take it back.
Sorry, that one just hit me like a brick. I thought I had an answer.
There's a few people in my life who mispronounced my name, Leland.
Yeah.
And I just look at him like,
Fuck you.
yeah, exactly. Drink and drive.
Oh! There it is.
I love it. I love
call
it.
me
We got a
Leland.
real fan here.
call
Maybe
me
not a fan,
Leland.
just someone who likes to listen to us bullshit. That's what it is. He's not a fan at all. He hates you, and I think
It
he's going
goes
to hate me
good
by
with
the
the
end of
morning
this.
exercise routine.
Absolutely. There you
It
go.
does.
There
My
you
wife
go.
leaves,
Right. I'll listen to these morons.
Let me turn on these
so I get to exercise
morons.
by myself.
Absolutely. And listen to some miscellaneous bullshit.
It's better than some other bullshit.
Yeah,
on the radio.
absolutely, absolutely. I'll give you, sir, the option. You want Sean to kick it off or me? We go back and
I
forth.
could care less.
You could care less. Sean's going to kick it off.
Okay, first question. Day or night?
Day,
Summer or winter?
summer,
California or Kentucky?
California. Is that the one you wanted to leave out? You might as well.
Hey, I just knew Kentucky was going to lose. Donald Trump or Alex Jones?
Alex Jones, I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, I didn't.
You're not familiar with Alex Jones? Okay, I didn't know if that would land with you or
This
not.
is
But
designed to be a lose-lose
That's
question.
that's your homework. You
Yes.
can go check him out later, and it might be entertaining to
He's
you.
he's insane.
Yeah.
Wine, beer, or liquor?
Depends on the day and the location.
That's an acceptable
and
answer.
the event. Summer on the river is beer.
Yeah.
Summer evening maybe is usually beer with a little liquor. And summer afternoon is sometimes liquor with a little beer.
There you go. There you go. There you go. I like it.
It's perfect.
Indoors or outdoors?
Outdoors.
Books or movies?
Books.
Sean or Tanner?
Sean.
Come on, man. Come on.
You thought-
Come on. You hate
you
this
thought you
guy.
would've won him
know-
over
know
by
you
now.
do.
Snap decisions.
Come on.
Oh, let's see. Jack or Coke?
Coke.
Coke.
Neither.
No,
No, Jack
neither.
Daniels? Jack.
Yeah.
Jack
That's
Daniels.
there you go. Medicinal or recreational?
Yes.
I love this guy already.
I'm not even asking this one.
Chicken.
Oh, sure. Okay. Osama or Saddam?
Osama.
It's just, hey, you know, you don't know if I'm talking about the famous
Yeah.
ones or not. Just maybe a first name.
You never know.
Pocket lint or Catholic lint?
Pocket lint.
That's the answer I was looking for. That's the. I love it. My girlfriend's family are all devout Catholics, so I take any jabs I can their way always. So thank you for that, sir.
All right. Home cooked meal or out to eat?
Oh, that depends on the day too. That, you know.
You like going out to eat?
I like eating at home.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I like going out to eat, but after a week of it or so, you know, I'm sick of it, and then I want to start eating at home again.
Yeah.
But when I'm at home and I'm eating home cooked meals every night, sometimes it's like, you know, I don't feel like cooking and I don't feel like you cooking, so we're going out.
I think that's the thing before we go on with that question. You long for home, like you long and you miss home cooked meals.
Right.
You never like, oh, I don't miss going out to eat. You miss like the event. Like, you know what I mean? You don't miss the food.
The
from going out to eat.
yeah.
I couldn't imagine those guys like pro golfers or something.
Yeah.
Those guys live in hotels.
Yeah, absolutely.
And eat in restaurants.
Yep,
their
absolutely.
entire freaking life.
It's insane.
They're lucky to have one day home a week.
Yep, absolutely.
You know,
I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that because like my favorite meal, like if we're talking home cooked meals, my favorite thing, literally, you can't beat it for me, is like pot roast with like roasted carrots and potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't like get that anywhere besides Cracker Barrel, and I don't want to go to the Cracker Barrel. I spend too much money at that store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For like the jumbo checkers.
Yeah.
I would
Dude,
go
I
there
buy
either.
so many 10-cent candy sticks, it's ridiculous. My meal will be $30, and I will have eaten the whole kitchen, and then I'll spend $300 on candy sticks. 10 cents at a time. So Russia or China?
Neither.
True American. I like that as well. Most people give us the Russia answer, which I don't know. I'll accept that, I guess. I'll accept any of them. I don't know.
Women's or men's sports?
That depends on the sport.
Yeah.
Women's volleyball is pretty
Yes, sir. This is
very
dude.
true.
He is great, man. When the Olympics come on,
Women's basketball I like better than men's basketball. You
Really?
know,
Well, yeah,
I
you
don't
don't
even
like
watch
basketball.
men's basketball.
well, men's basketball
Women's
is trash right
basketball
now.
I like.
Yeah.
NFL sucks too, by the
You
way.
don't like the NFL?
Fuck the NFL.
You like college football?
Ever since that last Saints game, fuck them.
Dude, okay, here's the thing.
Don't give me no shit.
Here's the thing. That was a blown call. Are you a
Yes, it
Saints
was.
fan?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I didn't know
you don't
that.
know how close I
Have
came
you
to
listened
baiting your
to?
ass
Have you
when were
li-
talking
you-
shit? about
Okay,
the Saints.
okay. So you know who I like then.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's okay because you're here in person and we don't hate each other. I don't think.
No.
You know, but like, Sean didn't really understand. Like, I don't think whenever I was doing that whole thing, but like, you understand. Like when the Falcons lost that Super Bowl, you were like, fuck those guys. You know what I mean? And whenever that Saints got that blown call, I was like, yes, they
Yeah.
deserved it, you know? But he doesn't really understand that heated rivalry right there. And it's interesting because you're a California guy liking the Saints. I'm an Indiana guy liking the Falcons. Like we don't really have, like you wouldn't think that we had a dog in the fight.
I've always liked
Oh
the
man,
Saints.
I like that. I like that.
I like what they stand for. I like what Drew Brees stands for.
Drew Brees is a great guy.
Yeah,
That's a Purdue guy. That's
is.
Indiana, baby. Purdue.
Is that right?
Yeah, he went to
I didn't
Purdue
know
for
that.
college. Yeah, Indiana.
I think he's a
absolutely.
cool dude.
He is a cool dude.
And I like the coach. I think that
Sean Payton?
I think the whole thing is cool.
You know what
the
I
way
like?
that the city pulls around them, rallies around them.
Yes.
I think they're a great thing. I think the Saints are a
Absolutely.
good organization. I think they stand for a good thing within their city, and I think they're a good thing for their city. Unlike some asshole team like the Oakland Faders.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
That's true. Where they're just piecing out of Oakland.
Yeah.
That's all Oakland has. They're
Wherever
holding on to this team. And they're
wherever
like,
the
no,
money goes,
fuck
that's
that.
where
Let's go
I'm
to
going, baby."
Vegas, shoot the dice.
Just pay, baby.
The one thing I really like about the Saints, and it's funny because the thing everyone else, not everyone else, but a lot of people came out and they hated and that bounty program scandal. I love that shit.
Yeah,
I was like, pay these people $100,000 bonus if they break his neck. Yeah,
I know.
Absolutely.
Not for breaking
Absolutely.
his neck, but for taking him out of the game.
Take him out of the
I'm
game.
not being that specific.
You know what I mean?
If you hurt the guy, you get a bonus check.
Absolutely.
No
Write
shit.
the check. Sean Payton signed. I like it.
But you got to do
like
it clean.
yeah.
can't
You know what I mean?
get-
You can't, don't do anything. Don't Ndamukong Suh step on him or something like that. You
Right,
know, if you hit him with a
right.
good, clean hit and he's injured,
Hey, baby.
especially if it was on Tom Brady, that'd be cool.
No shit.
That'd be real cool. Are you vax or anti-vax?
I'm vax.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice.
Country or rock?
Rock.
Rocker, true and true, man. And then last one, kayak or canoe?
Canoe.
Canoe?
Yeah.
You hop in the kayak ever?
I'm actually starting to think about getting a kayak.
I've never been
tried
in a
it before.
canoe,
Really?
but I've done the kayak thing.
I had more trouble controlling a kayak.
It's-
than I
it's-
ever did a canoe.
I've never been in a canoe. I think canoes you do on like more calm water, right? Like typically, like whenever you're canoeing, you go on like a
I
lake
used
or
to do
something.
whitewater canoe.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Whitewater canoe.
Yeah. Didn't you try it? No.
Yeah,
I-
I did.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
never canoe.
I did.
I took lessons. I used to take lessons, and I actually was like an assistant instructor. And now I guide canoe trips, but that's just like on lazy water.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm old now.
Yeah.
I gave up that whitewater.
I got you.
I gave it up because I was into cycling. And I was but canoeing, whitewater canoeing was the kind of thing you had to do it all the time to be.
You had to stay
at
sharp.
It was like, you got to practice your skills, and and I was already into cycling, and it was just like too much. So I had to get one or the other up. So I sold my whitewater canoe. I had a whitewater canoe. Yeah, they're built. They got airbags in them to displace water. And they have a lot of rocker in them, so you can spin them around right or left. Really fast.
It's a bag that goes like in the bow and in the stern that you inflate. So
full of air.
It
doesn't inflate on impact, huh?
Hence the term airbag.
No, it does not do that.
Hit a rock.
Do that. Hey, don't skip it. Ask the last question.
Wait, which
Ask
one?
the
Okay,
last one.
I didn't skip it. It's just not on there.
Yeah.
Tom Petty or Nickelback?
Tom Petty.
Okay, that's fine.
Exactly.
That's fine. Now, just admit that Tom Petty. I mean, we're all straight,
the
we're all
last time
straight
you
men
guys
here,
argued about
but just
this
admit that
question-
Tom Petty's the most hideous human being ever.
Why did you say that?
Dude, you see
I
this
don't
guy,
even know
dude.
about it. Who gives a fuck about Tom Petty? I like his music.
My big thing is that it's ironic how that he's Tom Petty in the Heartbreakers, and then like I look at him and he looks like a creature.
He does look
You know
kind
what?
of creepy.
He looks
Oh,
creepy
no
as
shit.
hell.
No,
You know
I
what
agree with
mean?
you.
Yeah, and I'm
I
like,
agree with you.
I think it was an ironic name. It
But
would
I
have
don't
had
watch
to have
him.
been. It would have had to have been.
I don't watch him. I listen to him.
Yeah, I got you. That makes sense. That makes sense.
He's not like
Last
watching
time
the
you
music
guys argued,
videos.
I went and listened to Nickelback.
Yeah. Yeah.
I downloaded a couple of Nickelback.
You like some
songs.
Nickelback?
It was all right.
Here's the thing about Nickelback. I'm not like a big fan, but I don't know how involved you are with the internet or anything like that. But there's like this whole thing on the internet, has been there for a few years, where they just like make fun of Nickelback. Like people just trash Nickelback.
Big time.
And the thing about it is, I don't think they're deserving of all the trash talk, because I think some of the songs are pretty good. You know what I mean?
Hey, it was listenable.
Exactly. I mean, we've let much worse music pass by.
I mean, it's kind of like this podcast.
Yeah.
We're the Nickelback of podcasts.
That's very true. Like, you know what I mean? Some
it's
some
good for an
flack,
exercise
some
program.
flack we deserve. You know, some we don't. Guys, leave us alone. Leave us alone. We've listened to way worse music. Rick Astley, "Never Gonna Give You Up" is like a cult classic song. You know what I mean? If we let that get by, then I don't know why we can't let Nickelback get by. So on top of that, I don't know.
Well, those are really important questions.
Those are really important questions. And now I feel like I can trust you.
Well, that's
I feel like
good.
I know you. I feel like, you're, yes. Medicinal, yes. Yes. All right.
Well, there you go.
I'm with it.
Can we smoke down here?
Last week, Sean lit up down here, and I was like, dude, you can't do that. No, he didn't do that.
I didn't do that.
No, he
Do
didn't
you
do
smoke?
that. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
I thought
Absolutely.
I saw one in your mouth when you came in.
Two tucked behind my ears, one in my mouth.
I mean cigarettes.
Oh yeah, no, not cigarettes. Come on, guy, just crack. But like the thing about it is, it's like I went through like, I used to not enjoy drinking.
Yeah.
The reason is because whenever you're a kid, college, high school, you drink. Not everyone, obviously, just bad kids like me. I drank a lot, going to like these parties and stuff like that. And then you like, when you're a kid, you don't like drink to be social or you drink to like literally die. Like you drink to black out, and then hopefully you have a funny story the next day if you live.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like we do all that kind of
you can
stuff.
remember it.
If you can remember it, hopefully one of your friends was sober and like could tell you the whole thing. So like there was like a good 5 years where I just stopped drinking. And then that like we're humans. Everyone needs a vice. Yeah. And that was kind of my vice. You know what I mean? Going to that.
That's why I don't drink vodka today, because we always did that in the drive-in.
Exactly.
Vodka and orange juice.
Yes.
I got so sick on vodka.
Yes.
I can't stand.
Do you know what Burnett's is?
No.
Okay, so if you go to Jay's liquor store, wherever. Shout out to Jay's. That's a plug.
Yay!
That's a plug.
I met him. It was funny.
Sean loves this guy.
I love him.
Sean loves this guy.
I'm gonna drop Sean's name next time I'm in.
Yeah, you know Sean, right? Oh, Leavelle. Yeah, he spent $3 million here in 2 years.
I'm this old man. Shouldn't I get a discount on this liquor?
Dude, take 15 free bottles. This guy pays my mortgage. That's you go in there and there's this vodka. It's called Burnett's. It'll be $8.99 or $9.99 for a fifth, and it comes in every flavor from pickle juice vodka to cotton candy to sour apple, and it is the if you're a 17, 16, 18-year-old high school girl and you want to get drunk, you give someone some money and you say, give me a bottle of Burnett's, you know, and you go get this garbage, man. So like that's what we drank in high school.
In our day.
And I would not drink vodka until, you know, I kind of picked back up drinking a little bit. It's horrible stuff. This guy will drink some vodka though.
In our day, it was Boone's Farm.
Oh my God. My dad talks about Boone's Farm all the time.
Yeah.
He loves that stuff.
You still got a relative, I think. One of your relatives will give you shit about Boone's Farm.
Oh, really?
Just give me shit about drinking. Uncle, what the hell is it? I'll think about it later.
All right.
Aunt Sally's husband.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we don't like him.
No,
I've never met him.
It's my ex-wife's family. What do I know? Uncle something or another.
I never liked Uncle.
Always showed up to play Santa Claus for Christmas.
Yeah. No, Daryl.
Uncle Daryl.
He passed away a while ago.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I was gonna let it go because I knew you were talking about. But once we
this is what this podcast is all about, folks.
But once we really figured it out, I figured I should probably.
Because I don't have a dog in this fight.
Bringing families
and that
back
kind of
together.
felt that was a good joke. I don't know if it was meant to be a joke, but it was a good joke. It worked out. So my dad talks about that Boone's Farm. Do you ever drink any MD 2020? That Mad Dog 20? Yeah. My dad talks about that. And it's so funny because, so like his lingo, how old are you, sir? 64. My dad is 50. He turns 51 this year. But like his lingo, like your lingo, a little bit different, you know, your lingo's different than his is different than mine, mine's different than Sean's. But he'd like, you know, since I've been older and like he'd talk about like the kind of shenanigans, he's a cop and he'll talk about like the kind of shenanigans he used to get into in college and stuff. And always tell me, it's not that I didn't do the bad shit, it's just that I left before the cops came. You know, like he's one of those guys. But he talks about drinking that Mad Dog 2020 and he went to Eastern Kentucky. So he talks about driving to Lexington like often.
Okay.
And going like, you know, to these bars and like house parties and stuff like that. And he would talk about driving with like a bottle of that underneath the seat. And it's so funny because he's like, yeah, I keep a bottle of that under my seat for a quick little bump before I go into the next party. And what's funny about that to me is, in my generation's lingo, you don't bump alcohol. You bump a drug up your nose.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was like, Dad, I don't think you're saying I don't think you're saying that right. Like, I don't think you would bump this stuff. You'd take a shot or you'd swig it. And he was like, no, we'd bump it. It's like, what do you mean? Of that Mad Dog out of the bottle? And he didn't understand the joke, but I thought it was hilarious because he talks about bumping Mad Dog 2020 before he goes into a party.
Well, I bumped myself before I came to this podcast.
Had a couple bumps out in the parking lot outside.
Exactly.
No kidding. Took a walk around the block.
Now that I started drinking liquor, I used to just drink beer.
Yeah.
You know, or wine.
Yeah.
Stayed away
Red or
from
white?
liquor. White.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
White wine.
In Germany, man, we used to walk around with a bottle of white wine like it was...
Really? That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't
crazy.
know. I don't know. Typically, whenever I ask that question, people say red wine. I don't hear a whole lot of white wine, I guess. I might have to drink some more white wine.
Sick on that shit.
Because the thing is, I trust you now, and if you like white wine, I like white wine.
A guy introduced me to liquor though, and but you do get a bump, you know.
Yeah.
You know, take a nice big shot of Maker's Mark.
Ooh.
You know, when you go, you got a 30-minute wait at a restaurant for dinner. Go in the bar, hit a shot of Maker's Mark. By the time you're ready for dinner, the conversation's loosened up.
Yeah,
that's a bump.
That's true.
A nice little bump.
There you go. That's true.
right up there.
So today my dad went on an adventure.
Yeah, it was cool.
In Henderson, Kentucky.
With...
Does the waitress serve beer down here?
No. Sorry, I should have grabbed it. I can go get you one.
Well, I mean, realistically...
I don't want to interrupt the whole show.
You know your grandkids, they can't charge too much per hour. So if we give them like $5, I'm sure we got them for the whole hour.
Bring me one of those daddy drinks with the little yellow cap on it out in the garage.
Yeah, at my house we call it mommy and daddy juice. That's what we call it at my house.
Mine are here.
We don't need to interrupt things.
All right. So he went.
Bottle, I guess.
We had tequila.
I know. I'll hit that.
So he took the grandkids out on an adventure.
Yeah.
So what all did you do? You went hiking,
We went to the
right?
Audubon, James Audubon Park.
It's a beautiful park.
And we went and
Yeah.
checked it out.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we'd never seen it before. Linda, we're into birding. You know,
Okay.
Linda's really into birding. I was into birding when I was into Linda. I'm still into Linda, don't get me wrong. But
Just not so much that I fake a bird interest anymore.
Yeah. So when it got old, you see all the same birds in California all the time. But Linda saw a couple new species, add a couple species to her list today.
Wait, really? That you don't see in California?
Exactly.
Wow.
Like there's a heron that looks a lot like a green heron in California, and I can't remember what it's called here, but it's a little bit different here. It has a little wisp off the back of its head. She spotted one of those today. Saw the biggest turtles I've ever seen in my life in America.
Yeah, really?
You know,
At
not
the
like
Audubon
a
State
desert
Park.
tortoise. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
like
a
in the
big ass
pond.
turtle.
It was a big ass turtle.
That's interesting.
A couple of them copulating.
Yeah.
So it was fun.
getting it done.
It was fun to show the kids.
Handling business. Right. Hey, you see that? Lincoln,
Yeah.
he's handling business.
Business. So we walked around, but you know what? We were going to do this little hike, and the whole thing out and back might have been a mile,
Yeah.
stretching it to be a mile. But everybody was having a good time, and we were singing down the trail, and it was good. It was shady. It was beautiful. Everybody's having a good time, singing and skipping down the trail. So we just kept going.
Yeah.
And but I knew the day was coming. I knew the day was coming. So I relived. I hope this is a lead-in because I'm going to tell you the story.
Yeah.
I've been waiting to tell Sean the story. all
right.
day.
Yeah.
I relived a day in my life with Sean today.
With Lincoln. There you go.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And when the switch flipped,
Yeah.
it was cool.
That's cool.
So
Young Lincoln's a little bit smarter than young Sean, though, right? Okay. Okay. We'll hear the story then. That's right. Let's hear it.
you decide. So a long time ago, I'm a cyclist.
Okay.
Been a cyclist a long time. You may not be able to tell it now.
Yeah. Hey, man.
But-
you look great.
But I can hump it on a bike. So, and I was always trying to get Sean into doing what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know how
Absolutely.
Dad is.
That's
So-
how Dad is.
So we went on this ride down the Sacramento River. Do you remember the long ride we took down the Sacramento
I do,
River
yeah.
to Walnut Grove?
Oh, I remember.
I'm almost curious to hear what you think about this before I tell my side of the story. So, but anyway, I'm going to go.
Right.
So,
But don't talk.
so it was more miles than I had estimated
Okay.
to begin with. You
Yeah.
know that right up front.
Yeah.
So we rode down. We had a tailwind most of the way down. Everybody's
Yeah.
loving it.
Easy.
We're riding down the Sacramento River. And next thing you know, we've done like 15 miles to get to this town, Walnut Grove. And, we had the right equipment for it and everything, So, and Sean had ridden that far before. Actually, I thought it was going to be 15 round trip. Turned out to be 15 round way.
Yeah.
But Sean was having a good time and didn't want to turn around, so we kept going.
Of course.
And we got there.
Yeah.
Had lunch at Walnut Grove. Came back, headwind.
Oh.
Twice the mileage.
Of course.
Sean was not having it. Not having it.
How old was Sean?
I want to say he was 10?
I was going to say 10.
10?
I think I was about
between
Okay.
10 and the early teens.
So young enough to be a baby about it.
Yeah.
It got to that point.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it got
Yeah.
to that point.
Yeah.
Oh, it got to that point.
Tears down the face.
Yeah. I was 10 years old, man.
No shit. No shit. But we were in a place. We had no other. This is before cell phones.
Yeah.
were good.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We were there. We had absolutely no option.
Yeah. But to
than
come back.
picking up our feet, getting back in the saddle, and keep going.
Absolutely.
We had to do it. There was no other option. And I just kept calmly trying to say that to Sean. We started taking a lot of breaks, and there were a lot of breaks. He was pissed. And, we went through anger. We went through tears.
All the stages of grief.
We went through sitting down. I absolutely quit. I'm not moving another muscle.
Yeah. And then did we go through the flailing arms thing? Like,
Probably.
That's probably something I would do.
But, I just kept trying to stay calm, and I just kept talking to him calm.
Yeah.
Like, I understand, dude. I understand your anger. I'm totally with you.
Yeah.
I understand your anger. I deserve your anger.
I'm pissed off too. I didn't think I would have to be here with you crying. So.
yeah, I thought this was going to be easy.
No one's happy.
So we made it back. I got to tell you, it was one of the proudest moments.
Yeah, just because
he accomplished
and
a son.
Yeah,
it was one of my proudest moments.
Absolutely.
Ever.
Yeah,
we don't need. This is supposed to be a funny podcast. We don't need to go into all the tears and shit. But I was super proud. I remember hugging him, man, and squeezing him, and I was almost crying. We made it, man. We made it. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah,
it was awesome. Blah 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 blah. So later he can tell us what he thinks of that experience. But today we're with Lincoln. We're skipping down the trail, singing a song, go past the point where I was going to turn around and get to the point where it's going to be no turnaround, and they start down the hill, steep hill down to the lake. Right. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Woo. Been here before.
I know what you're getting me into.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
So I just want you to know that we go down there, we're gonna have to come back up eventually,
and it's 3 times harder.
And it's the long way around.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna go this way. We're gonna go. All right, dude. Here we go.
Yep.
So we did the hike. We did the whole hike, and it got to that point again today. A couple times.
You have to carry me, Grandpa. I'm not moving.
It didn't happen.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't happen.
There you go. It
doesn't happen.
I like it.
And I told him, I said, dude, I know you're being challenged right now, but I am not going to carry you. And but he never would sit down.
Yeah.
I kept trying to say, just sit down right here in the shade, right on the road. At that point, we were on the paved part.
Right.
Sit down right on the road. Just sit down and rest. Come on. Because I told you the same thing. We're going to sit down and rest until you feel like you can go again. Right. The girls went on a little ways, which was good.
Yeah.
And the tears are pouring down his face. I can't do it. I can't lift another step. And then he just, it's like another step. So the girls went down the bottom of the valley and started up the other side of the hill. And they got up near the top of the other side of the hill and sat down on the road in the shade.
Yeah.
And at some point I said something like, I think I said, well, and it's not the first time I said it. Right. But this had been after like 15 minutes of, I'm not going to carry you. Right. There is no other way. Yeah. There's absolutely no other way. The only way we're getting back to the car is to walk, because I can't drive the car down here. I can't help you. Right. And I can't carry you because I'm old. Right. And I ain't going to carry you. So you need to do this, dude. Right.
Lincoln, I will leave you. I will leave you.
No, I never said that. I said, I'll sit right here with you in the shade till you're ready to get up and go again. But it's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the only way it's going to happen.
You're going to do it on your own will. You're going to get it done.
Yeah. So I even said, this is challenging. This is like a ninja challenge.
There you go.
Yeah. I even tried
Sparked it. Didn't work.
No, it is not a ninja challenge.
I'm not kicking anything, Grandpa.
I almost get here and say, fuck this ninja shit. Don't give me this bullshit. You always bring this ninja shit when you want me to do something I don't want to do. Bullshit.
Ninjas don't even hike, Grandpa. Okay? They don't even hike. They kick people. And he's pissed off.
He's pissed. And he's crying, man. And finally, I don't even know what it was. The switch flipped. Yeah. And he's like, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And next thing you know, he's racing up past the girls. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this.
That's awesome.
It was a trip.
Hell yeah.
And we made it back cool.
And then it was good.
There you go.
We went through 15 minutes of, I can't do this. And I'm like, I can't carry you.
Right.
Well,
it ain't gonna happen.
And it's good for kids to learn at a young age that like certain actions have, consequences, and you decide to keep going. So now you're gonna have to work hard.
Consequences are a big thing, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything, even if it's the right decision, there's gonna be some kind of consequence.
And you don't always get a warning about what the consequence is gonna be.
No.
The consequence. We had that conversation the other day too.
Yeah.
So this is a consequence of the way you treated your dad like an asshole. And right now your dad is pissed at you, so you don't get to do this.
Absolutely.
And he's like, but I'm not doing that anymore. I said, too bad. You did it.
Yeah.
You still
Yeah,
did
you
it.
did it.
Yeah. Wake up tomorrow and try again.
Yeah.
Try again.
So
As
it's a trip.
far as that bike ride when I was a kid, here's what I can say I remember. One, I remember the round trip being more like 60 miles, not 30 miles.
It might have been.
It was the same route that Forrest Gump ran.
I remember it being 60.
I pared it down to 30 miles to save face.
I remember it being 60, not 30. And I
It
remember
was made way more than you'd ever done before.
Yeah, it was. And what I remember, honestly, the thing I remember clearest about it was I got really sunburnt on the tops of my legs.
Yeah.
That I did not know until
That would
after.
suck so
I just
bad.
remember it. No, it didn't bother me while we're out
You're on a
there.
bicycle, so like
it's just the
part of
top.
your legs.
Yeah, that's just like that's something you wouldn't even like think about. Like
Right.
sunburn on the top
Right.
of your legs.
But truthfully, all I can say is I remember it was not actually traumatizing because I don't. I remember that it was hard, and I remember getting home, and I remember like changing and like collapsing on the couch.
Yeah. For 2 days.
Right, but that's
comatose.
but I don't remember I don't remember anything bad about it. I guess is what I'm saying.
Getting angry. We never
No,
got angry.
I don't-
I mean, you got angry about the situation.
Right.
Being like you and I didn't get in a shouting match about
No.
it. You know,
Like-
we
Yeah.
kept it low key.
Yeah.
And this was just the way it is.
So here's the thing. Like what it sounds like, you both remember it is like a story of triumph,
Yes.
Yeah.
as opposed to like fuck him or fuck him. You know what I mean?
No,
like
it
so
was.
that's a positive. That's a win,
It
dude.
was,
That's
it
what
was.
that's what
Absolutely.
dads and their kids want.
That's right.
That's all you want. That's all you want. Your dad to spend
true.
time with you first and foremost.
Today
Second of
was a
all,
win.
him not to choke you out whenever you're a little bitch. You know, the fact that he didn't do that, it was sick. It's
Also
sick.
true.
My dad almost choked me out this one time because we went to Kings Island and I thought I was ready for a roller coaster. They had this roller coaster called the Top Gun.
Tell him.
And they had Top Gun, you know, Tom Cruise inspired roller coaster, man. And I was like, oh, let's get on there. We waited in line for 2 hours. It's my turn, and I won't move. And my dad, you know how it is. This is like the late 90s or whatever. He spent a lot of money on these tickets, and we're only there for one day. And then whenever I would not get into that car, he had to like,
Oh, I bet he was pissed.
Oh, man.
He stood there in the hot sun.
in the hot sun
with
for
you for
2 hours. 2 hours
and
in
you
this line,
bitched out.
and I bitched out. Like, and you
That
know,
would have pissed me off,
oh,
dude.
dude, like I think back, and that's the thing. Like I remember him. My dad is like he's like a really calm guy. Like he's one of those guys who gets angry and he's so calm about it that it's scary.
Deadly calm.
Exactly. He's like an
My dad was
assassin,
like that, too.
you know, and it's like that's traumatizing. Like that's like the scary kind of angry. Like, you know, if you're like, you suck so bad, like it's
They
like,
even
oh
get
yeah,
more
you're
quiet.
a clown. You know what I mean? Like yeah, but whenever they like just don't say anything, you're like, oh, he's really upset. So he was like carrying me down, and they wouldn't let us go down the exit. Like all we had to do was just step across the roller coaster and go down the exit. They wouldn't let us do that. They made us walk back down where everyone was walking in from. So we walked past 1,000 people, you know what I mean, on the way down.
Thank you.
And it was so rough. He did not speak to me the rest of the day.
Really?
And it was really bad.
You out of
It
beer?
made me feel terrible. It made me feel terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna do what you did, so I might grab my own if that's for you.
Well, no, drink. There aren't anymore.
Oh, okay.
So that was that story. Cool.
We went on. I remember. Sorry, go ahead. What were
Nah,
you
that's
saying?
cool. All I was going to say was, you can tell me what he said at the end. He left in a hurry.
Right? He had a place to be apparently.
Yeah.
We went. Where did he say that was? He said there was a Top Gun roller coaster, right?
He did say that. Well, you said that. I don't think he repeated it. I don't remember.
We went to Six Flags. No, it was
You and I?
yeah.
As a family? I
No.
think we went to Six Flags.
It was just you and me. We went to Great America
Oh, yeah.
in the Bay Area.
Yeah,
And they had a Top Gun roller coaster there.
yeah. I don't remember it. But we probably wrote it.
We rode it.
If we could have, we did.
Yeah. I remember.
I remember the monster truck thing.
Yeah.
I was bored to tears in that whole monster truck show. I thought it was the stupidest thing I'd ever seen. And you told me later that was the best thing you can ever remember. And I'm like, that was total bullshit. I mean, they start their trucks and they rev the engines and they pop the clutch a couple times and everybody's like, wah, wah. And I'm like, holy shit.
What's his name?
You know,
Grave Digger.
You could do that. Great, yeah.
Grave Digger.
Are we talking about
So
monster
Lincoln
trucks right
likes
now?
monster trucks.
We're talking about, yes, he loves
I
monster
really
trucks.
think we got a gig for Saturday night.
We're talking about monster trucks because my dad was saying when he took me when I was little, he said it was the most boring bullshit ever.
We were just talking about experiences, and then this one popped up.
Yeah, the monster truck trash experience.
Yeah, it was, to me, it was in Arco Arena, right? So
Okay.
Arco
Yeah,
Arena
yeah.
is kind of small.
Yeah,
You know, it's like maybe Louisville's arena.
yeah. Is that where the Kings play?
Yes.
Okay,
Not anymore.
not anymore. But
Yeah, they got a new arena, Golden One, downtown now. Paid by for all its taxpayers.
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
But
Because you guys
actually-
need the Kings.
But anyway, they're trying to develop downtown, so what the hell? It's better than none. Better than poking the eye with a sharp stick.
That's true. That's true. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that.
So we went to Arco Arena, me and Sean, you know, and it's all about kids and monster trucks.
Mm-hmm.
So Arco Arena is pretty small. You know, you could barely get 1 or 2 mounds of dirt inside of Arco Arena. So these guys would fire up their trucks out in the alcove outside the door. You would hear them fire up. They would race in. They would come blasting through a tunnel. They would do 1 or 2 jumps. They would do 1 or 2 tricks. They would turn around in the arena maybe once, and they would drive out the damn tunnel, and then the next guy would come and do the same thing again. It was fucking boring to me. I'm like, what the hell?
It sounds super boring.
Sean
Super boring.
tells me it was one of the most momentous memories of his childhood
Yeah. I
where
loved
we
it.
did something together. He loved it.
I loved it. Well,
So cool.
I was
No,
a
I'm glad
little
I took
kid.
you. Now that I know that.
Well, it was
You know,
worth
but I
something.
was thinking we never went again. You notice we never went to another.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, that was a waste of fucking money.
Kids are entertained by the stupidest shit, Sean. That's
True.
But he
That's
loved
true.
it.
All right. So the other night we were at dinner and you brought up. So we don't have to get into it if you want to get into it, but you brought up. You said you want to hear my opinion on you at my soccer games.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that.
To tell you the truth, now that I learned that Lincoln signed up for soccer and you're going to soccer games and
Right.
stuff, so not very long ago,
Mm-hmm.
for some reason, I was thinking about you and the age experience when you were going through soccer,
Right.
And it was at the same time when we were going through divorce,
Right.
you know, and you were going through divorce the same as we were going through divorce.
Sure.
So, but I insisted on being a part of your life.
Right.
So I used to come to all your soccer games.
Yes.
And for me,
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember it being an uplifting experience.
Okay.
So I'm curious as to what you ever thought about it.
What do you mean when you say it wasn't an uplifting experience? Like from what angle?
Well, there are a lot of different things, like when you were younger and
Yeah.
we were going through the divorce and we were first divorced.
Right.
You know, I'd come to your soccer games,
Right.
and one of the bad things for me was your mother would always stand too close, like
Right.
we were a couple.
Right,
we
right,
weren't
right.
a fucking couple.
Right.
You know, we
Yeah.
are not a couple.
Right.
Get away from me.
Right. You guys, yeah, of course.
You know?
He's standing on the other team's sideline. He's like, no.
all the other teams' parents, you know,
Right.
they were couples. We were not a couple. Yet it was like she always wanted to just like be too close to me, and she'd be almost standing there touching me,
Right.
whether
Right.
Linda was there or not.
Right.
you know?
Right.
And so that was uncomfortable. But,
Sure.
But I remember this. I remember screaming my head off
Yes.
at you.
Yeah.
And I remember that it seemed to me like if you were making a play for the ball, you had the ball and you were making a play or something, or you were running down the field to stop a play because you were a good defensive player,
Mm-hmm.
you know, if I screamed my head off to you to go, Sean, go, you can do it, Sean, kill him, you would double your speed.
Okay.
You would greatly increase your speed.
Right.
And you would greatly increase your effort, and you would make a great play.
Right.
So I felt like I was doing the right thing at the time to do that.
Yeah.
You know, but it also made me one of the loudest parents out there. You know, it made me one of the biggest assholes out there. Looking back on it, I was an asshole.
Yeah.
There were a couple times when I was shouting, and I was shouting in defense of you.
Sure.
You know, if I felt like the ref made a bullshit call, I had no problem letting them know.
Right.
And as you guys grew, your whole team kind of grew together.
Yeah,
you and your buddies.
Yes.
You know, kind of the same the nucleus.
Yeah.
A lot of what I did and what I said, the assholism, you could call it, seemed to rub off on you guys.
Yeah. Well, definitely on me.
And yeah.
Dude, you're a dick.
And I remember games where it got to the point where the ref was making a call on you that I knew was a bullshit call.
Right.
You know, and looking at me when he made it.
Okay. Red card. And then stare you straight in the eyes and smile.
Exactly.
Yeah, take that,
So I'm
prick.
curious, you know, and so now I'm a little older.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a little more mellow, believe it or not.
I believe
Recreational marijuana is legal in California.
It's legal in California. I'm taking full advantage. I don't watch soccer games anymore.
Not that ever stopped me.
Yeah.
Now I can just be a lot more upfront about it.
Absolutely.
Sure.
You know, I'm a lot more mellow now.
Right.
And I was thinking the other day, you know, a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
I remember thinking, I wonder what Sean ever thought of that. I wonder why did Sean double his speed, double his effort when he heard me screaming? Did he think that fucking asshole?
He was probably afraid you were going to throw him on a bike again. Maybe if I'm fast enough on foot, he won't throw me on wheels. I don't know.
Riding home
that
today.
could have been. So I want to hear.
Okay, so what I can say about it is,
I warned him about this. I told him I was going to ask him this on the podcast.
I want to know.
So what I can say, one, I always appreciated that you were there because it was.
Well, that's good.
It was one of those. Even if I like didn't want you there, like maybe I was mad at you that week or something.
Yeah.
But I actually wanted you there. You know what I mean? It's like maybe I didn't say I wanted you there, or maybe I haven't said I don't want you there, but I actually wanted you there.
Show up.
You know what I mean?
Please show up. Daddy's not there yet, and then you see him. Oh, there's that dick. One of those things.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, but you were so consistent with it, like you didn't miss a game. You were always there.
There was a reason.
Right? And that was one thing.
That was good.
It was good. I didn't have to, worry about it. It was consistent and it was routine. And so I appreciated that. And that I think was good. So that was a good decision. And now you know 20 years later. But it was a good decision.
So
Absolutely.
I was happy you were there.
Yes, I am happy
But you were
there.
still an asshole.
Well,
Okay, question. Did him being that vocal of a sideline parent, did it embarrass you?
probably at times, but overall no. Because
Were you good at soccer?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that
was.
matters. Like that's the thing. Like that matters because I was not the best. Like the basketball games whenever I was playing,
Right.
recreational league, whatever it was. My mom, she's you know my mom. She supports me in everything I do.
course.
So she was like very vocal. Like she wasn't like in the like, oh ref, that's bullshit or anything like that. But she was like always like, I could do the most basic thing, man. I could set a pick. You know what I mean? I could get a simple rebound. That's my boy. You know, stuff like that. And I think back and I'm like, I really appreciated it.
Right.
But it was it was embarrassing to me
like
at the time.
patronizing?
Because I wasn't that great. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you would like to have me on your team because I was like a role player and I would do
Right.
all the dirty work and everything like that. I was a hustle player, but I
Right.
wasn't scoring points, you know what I mean, or anything like that. So it's kind of embarrassing to me. It might be different for you because, you know what I mean? Yeah.
In cycling, that's a domestique.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
They do the work.
Yeah.
They do the work. They have a champion on the team, and domestique is like the guy who takes the lead,
I
the guy
gotcha.
who pulls the team.
Lance.
No, Lance was the fucking champion. He was a pussy.
What's the other
He
guy?
ate the cake.
Who's the guy after him? What was that guy's name?
I don't know.
The other Reuter who took Lance's spot in Tour de France.
All of them?
All of them. Yeah, but there was the other guy, the main guy. I don't know. Not important. But I understand what you're
Miguel
saying.
Indurain?
No.
For
Oh
the
my gosh,
Spaniard?
what's this guy's name? No, he was an American. He literally took Lance's spot.
Nobody took Lance's spot.
I'm going to Google
but-
American cyclist with steroids, and I guarantee it's only.
It's gonna be like
The guy who busted him.
And then he ended up doing the same thing, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they were all doing it.
Yeah, they were all doing it, but I'm pretty sure because I've seen
they were
I've
all
seen the
doing it.
documentary.
The thing that pissed me off was that Lance Armstrong burned all his friends.
Yes.
I don't even give a shit about doing the drugs. I mean, okay, what happened. But I mean, what pissed me off about Lance is that he destroyed some of his friends' lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
right.
In the process of doing what he did. That's the thing that burns me about
Right.
Lance.
If we're going to talk about this really quick, I have an opinion.
He's notorious for being a prick.
Yes,
Exactly.
Have you guys seen like the documentary that came out like a couple
Yes.
years back where they're like
Yes.
it's people that were on the team with him.
Yes.
And they're like talking about like knowing what he was doing, but him like silencing them essentially,
Right.
and like the whole circus around it. Dude, here's the thing: Lance Armstrong. I mean, I don't want to call him this, but like if you look, if he never got in trouble for doing what he was doing, he was an American hero. Like absolutely, you know what I mean? The guy came back from adversity, was undefeated in the Tour de France, whatever that is. You know what I mean? Like killing it. That's like
For
the toughest
7 years.
race. That's
For
the toughest
7
race,
years.
right? In the cycling world.
Yeah.
It's insane, right? But then you watch this documentary and like
He's a
the documentary
piece of
came out
shit.
after you already know what he did. Like you already know what he did.
Yeah.
But you talk about a narcissist. You talk
Oh,
about
big
literally
time.
a
Big
like this
time.
guy is psychotic.
Big time.
The
They
ball,
sold such a
the
product.
ball that you have to have to go on camera and literally say that everyone is lying. Like,
Yeah.
I have cancer. You're
to
lying.
destroy your
like,
friends' lives.
no, I have cancer.
Yeah.
You're lying. I have like all this
Yeah.
stuff. It's like I could never. I have cancer.
He had a
I
whole
can't-
team of people making
It
money
is
behind that shit.
insane. It's
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
kind of it makes you sad, kind of like you know what I mean for no reason. Like
when
you're not
he was
involved.
riding for Texas, when he was riding as a youngster at the amateur level, and he was riding for his college, he was a prick.
Right.
And when he was riding in the Olympics, he was a total prick.
Yeah.
He was
Right.
a prick.
Yeah, that's
I
what it
hated
sounds
that
like.
fucker.
Yeah.
He was a prick.
Right.
But then with after when he's in his comeback from cancer,
Yeah.
it was like he was a totally changed person.
Yeah.
That was all bullshit.
He's humble.
Talk about
I've been
miscellaneous
humbled.
bullshit.
Yeah.
That was bullshit.
Yeah.
That's
The
a
whole freaking act, he was a phony.
That is a very good and very expensive PR team.
Oh,
That's
my
what that
gosh.
is.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Spin team.
Nothing but the best.
Right.
And they made millions. And
Millions.
there's actually
They-
charities doing good
They
stuff.
probably made 10 million off those stupid little Livestrong bracelets.
But he's an arrogant son of a bitch.
Dude, were Livestrong's popping whenever you were in school? Dude, literally, you were looked at as a fucking loser if you did not have one of these Livestrong bracelets. Like, dead serious. Like,
Everyone had
it.
bro, what the fuck is wrong with this kid?
I
You
didn't
see his
know that.
wrist? Yeah, he looks normal. He's wearing a watch. He's like, yeah, where's the Livestrong? Those things were, oh my gosh, that was a fucking insane marketing campaign on
I
those.
paid for some, but I never wore them.
Right. And that's the thing, though. Like, that's
I
what
made
people
the
like.
donation.
Some people were doing that. They were just buying them and then throwing them around. He's just counting money.
I never wore them.
So, but back to your original question, like I said, I was
So,
always
yeah,
appreciative
thanks.
that you were there. Always, because it added, consistency and stability, which was fantastic. And I
Gotta
never
keep
had,
the label towards the camera here.
and
you know.
yeah, for the sponsors.
Get the plug. Get the plug in.
Riva Solo, Causador.
Every second's worth $2 for us.
There you
Okay?
go. Yeah.
And I never had that, I never had that question of like, oh, is my dad gonna be around or whatever? Like, and that helped that.
So that was always stable.
Yeah.
Always, 100%. As far as you being loud, I didn't, you were one of the only ones, but you were not the only one.
No.
We had,
I wasn't the only one.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean,
there's
any
two
kid's
others.
sports, there's crazy parents
There
who
were
get
two
angry.
others on our team, in addition to you, that come top of mind.
Yeah.
And they were a couple.
You want to shout them out?
Yeah, Lloyd was on my team, and his parents,
Yeah,
Chris
yeah, yeah.
and Denise.
Chris and Denise,
and they were great.
yeah.
But
Until it came time to hit the
they
soccer
were
field.
but they were also loud. But so I didn't necessarily get embarrassed. As far as why it triggered me, to hustle more or whatever, that I don't know. I mean, I believe it has
But
some
it
effect.
it always worked, man.
I believe
so I was
it.
thinking I was doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And I don't think that you were doing, I don't necessarily think that you were doing the wrong thing.
You're not doing the wrong thing until you literally are like confrontational. Like you can yell at the refs all you want. Like
Right.
I mean, we do it at the TV sometimes when we're watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, and literally until you like 2-finger poke someone in the chest,
Right,
it's all
right.
good.
It got
It's all
close.
good.
It
No,
got real
I was gonna
close.
skip the 2-finger thing, go straight to a fist.
It was,
No.
it was close.
So kind of the same.
The
as
ref had an escort back to his car.
I need the other team's parents to kind of walk with me. This guy's over here, he's crazy.
kind of the same as like with the bike ride. I don't have any negative,
Well, that's good.
oh, that one time, or I was so embarrassed. I don't have any of that when it comes to soccer. Not at all. I was that way. I mean, like I said, it rubbed off on me. I don't think it was all you. I think a lot of that was just in me. I certainly had a reputation for just kind of being a punk.
You still have it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Hasn't gone away.
You see the way these guys talk about him.
Hasn't gone away. Because I would talk, and I would talk back, and I would instigate.
So, do you think that was a result of because you felt like your dad was backing you so much, I could get
Like it
away
was
with this
okay?
kind of
It was
shit?
okay?
It was
Maybe
okay to talk-
subconsciously.
I'm not gonna
to
go
talk
home and
to-
get beat because my dad's like, yeah, fuck that ref.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, and Chris's mom on the other team, bitch. She's a bitch. I know her. Okay, she's a bitch.
No, maybe subconsciously. Maybe subconsciously. I don't know. I never thought of it that way, but maybe on a subconscious level.
There's no way that like that's how it is.
When dad starts
when
screaming
dad
at you
does
at the
something, you
sidelines,
think it's acceptable.
I
Like,
better not
you're
fuck
like, yeah.
this up.
Yeah, I mean that's how I would feel.
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
I better
That's
not
how I
fuck
feel.
this up.
Yeah.
The only like kind of going to my story. My dad would come to some of my games. Like I said, my dad's a cop,
Yeah.
so he works all the time. You know what I mean? Especially back then, we were broke. He'd do off-duty jobs, but he'd always show up in his uniform, and I thought that was the coolest shit in the world.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was cool. I was like, yeah, bitch, foul me. If it's too hard, I'm calling the cops instantly. I don't even have to call. Okay,
All I
He's
gotta
right
do is
there.
just finger.
Yeah.
Come talk to this guy. Wait.
Right here.
You see this?
Right here.
You see this fat prick over here? He just pushed me, Dad. He just pushed me. No, I mean, like
Zebra.
the thing is, like, he wasn't always at. If you were at every game, and like you guys both, like you were at every game or almost every single game, that's a win, man. That's a win.
Well, here's the
like
thing.
the thing is, I know what it means to be a dad. I also know what it means to be like. I don't know, an adult man, I guess, at the same time. Like you have stuff that you have to do, and then you have stuff that you want to do, and then you have your kids' fucking sporting events. No, so honestly,
I liked my kids' sporting events, actually.
Well, that's great. That's
'cause
great.
Let me tell you, I'm going to be honest here. Sean could have been whatever he wanted to be.
Yeah. If
He
he wasn't
could
such a
have been.
stubborn dickhead.
I know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's like, yeah. But he could have, if he was willing to put in the work,
Yep.
and focus on a certain aspect.
Zero in on that and focus.
The dude could have been
Give it your
a
all.
champion in whatever, and maybe he is.
Yeah.
We'll see. He's gotten into marketing and business now.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe it's bullshit. Miscellaneous bullshit.
Maybe.
So we'll see.
I got a couple irons in the fire.
He could have been whatever he wanted to be. He could have been a champion swimmer. He
Yeah.
was on the swim team for a while.
Yeah.
And so I actually enjoyed it because I don't know. People say the parents are living their lives vicariously.
Yes,
through their
the
children.
kids.
So I was aware of that.
Yeah.
But anything he decided to focus on, I mean, like swim team, he was kick ass.
Yeah.
He went boom, boom, boom up through the rakes.
Uh-huh.
Until he decided he didn't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. So then soccer, he could have done the same thing. So yeah, it was good. I enjoyed. But I'll tell you I got to tell you the reason why I was so adamant about being at all of his shit.
Yeah.
My father never came to any of
Yep.
mine.
Yep.
Any
Yeah.
of mine. And that always.
And you know how it made you feel.
To this day, I still think about that.
Yeah.
You know, I could say it bothers me, but it doesn't really bother me. But it's a part of me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, my dad never came to any of my stuff.
Yeah.
Championship, track meets,
And that's
state
fucked up.
championships, city championships. Wouldn't take the time off work. Wouldn't take a couple hours off work in an afternoon to come down and watch his kid run.
Absolutely.
You know, and that always stuck with me. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do that to my kid.
Yeah.
Dude,
and you didn't.
going.
And you
I'm
didn't.
going.
And you guys, I think you kind of already know me enough by now. I like to joke,
don't
but this
know, I
is
just met
something
you.
exactly. But I think you kind of get my vibe. I guess is what you know.
Okay.
I try to be the funny guy, but the fact is, that's like, I mean, that's awesome, man. Like honestly, that's like seriously awesome because most people don't think that way. You know what I mean? Most people are just selfish in nature, and the fact that like obviously you said you're conscious of living.
I'm not
a
selfish person.
Yeah, no, and no one
a
really
prick.
is. No one really
I'm a
is.
selfish person.
No one really, no. I don't think anyone really is.
Donald
There's-
Trump is a selfish
He
person.
he could
He
be.
is.
I think there's
He's a
someone
fuck.
that he really loves.
Himself.
And when he's in the bathroom and he
Yeah,
looks in that big
baby.
thing,
Oh, yeah,
you know,
baby.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he loves that guy.
I love it,
Hey,
dude.
I'd love that hair too, man. You know what all you can do with that hair?
The dude is.
You remember when he
in
came out on
every
Fallon and
aspect.
Fallon like ruffled it up and everything,
Yeah,
and he was like,
yeah.
"It's real." Oh my God! If you can get a real head of hair like that, that's one thing Donald Trump's got going for him. That's a beautiful head. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Such a great tan and a beautiful head of hair.
That's a
You're
Florida
insane.
tan, man. All
That's
the dudes from
insane.
Florida are
Just
orange.
less leathery.
They're orange.
He's just a little less leathery.
The Florida tan is more orange.
It's orange.
I went to Florida a couple years ago. It was a trip walking down the beach. I mean, there's a dude. It obviously walks up and down the beach every day.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You
For the
know,
past-
in
You-
his-
you go as-
in his Speedo and he's all buffed up with a few tattoos and stuff. But the dude is orange.
You go as far south as Miami in Florida?
Nah, I went to Daytona.
Go to Miami. First and foremost, it's awesome. Okay, it's a disgusting town. Like it's trashy. It's disgusting. The beach is pretty cool. Not the beach itself, but like the sights on the beach. They're insane. They're next level.
They're a trip.
You wouldn't see those anywhere else in America.
People watch all day.
No one wears bathing suits like that anywhere else in America. No one. And like we'd see these ladies down there. I mean, you don't want to speculate, but we'll say 50-plus-year-old ladies, and they looked like, I don't know, the recliner in your house. You know, the leather sofa that you have, like they're just like skin falling off of them, and like they're walking down, and it looks like they just got like tattooed over their whole body.
Yeah.
It was insane. Like some of these ladies are so tan that you have to stare at them, and you're like, that you look like that, and they're like, I'm just.
You're
I'm just
talking about wrinkled, saggy skin, or
yes,
tan?
wrinkled, saggy skin, but tan to
Leathery
like,
skin.
but like yes,
I got
very
a buddy,
leathery.
Bobby Carpenter.
Yeah.
The dude is the same age as me. He retired as soon as he could when he was in his 50s.
Good for him, Bobby.
Yeah.
and got really tan.
Yeah, well, he and his wife started a yoga studio.
Okay,
So he's Mr. Yogi now.
I gotcha.
You know, he's a cool dude. He's a trip. He's a runner
Yeah.
and a yogi.
Okay.
You know, in hot yoga.
Absolutely. Does he
104
do
degrees.
goga?
I don't know.
The
what
goat
fuck
yoga?
that is.
That's a California thing,
Sounds
man.
like some dirty shit.
The thing is,
Wait, where'd you hear about this shit from California?
it's real, right?
I heard it.
It's
Yes,
real.
I heard
There's like
about
this.
it.
I mean, I say it's an LA thing. LA is a little bit different than like everywhere else in the world.
I did leave LA.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, there's a lot going on down there. I don't
No
even
shit.
want to go. I don't even want to go.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. Come
Yeah.
to Sacramento, we'll have a good time.
I have a question for you about California.
What's that?
Okay, so like, let's say you're taking a shower, and it's like longer than like 20 minutes. Does like an alarm go off?
No.
Does anyone like come to your house and like scold you over the water?
Nope.
How does that work then? Why is there such like a big? Why is all the stuff I read on
This is
California is
your
about
big-
water?
This is your big punchline.
We don't have water. We don't
problems.
have water.
We don't have enough water.
Okay, so
They
like,
keep
but how does
bringing
that
more
affect you?
freaking people
Like, how does
in.
that affect you though?
How does that affect
Like a
me?
normal citizen.
So I have regulated watering schedule
Okay,
for watering my lawn.
that's it.
I recently remodeled the house I moved into when I retired.
Yeah.
When I remodeled it, I intentionally reduced my lawn acreage by 70%.
Gotcha.
And I had saved a little piece of lawn in the shade. Nice place to wash the car. Nice place to wash off the canoes and stuff. When I come home, they're all muddy and shit. And so I got a little piece of lawn. but I'm on a watering schedule. I can only water like 3 days a week, and it has to be between specific hours, you know. But I tell you, if I use all the water that I'm allowed to use, my lawn is almost too green.
Yeah, I got you.
But a lot of people in our area, when they said, "Oh, we have to go to you have to let our lawns die," blah blah, it was an excuse for them just to let their lawns die and not take care of the lawns anymore.
Lazy pieces of garbage.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. I'm doing my part.
In Palm Springs in Southern California, where the money's about the green grass and shit.
Yeah.
Every freaking lawn down there is beautiful green.
Yeah.
Where in Northern California, where we have the water, everybody's letting their lawns die so we can ship more water to Southern California for the fucking golf greens.
That makes sense.
That
makes sense.
That's just bullshit.
Because, like, you know, the thing is, like, honestly, like, I say all the time, it's not all the time, but like you see like these headlines, oh, we're water shortage and stuff like. I just want to know how that affected the normal person day to day.
So, all right. Full disclosure here.
Yeah.
I recently remodeled my house.
Uh-huh.
I've had to put on these all low usage like shower heads and shit like that just trickle water out and shit like that. Pass inspection,
and then take that shit off.
Took all them fuckers off, took them outside and ran the drill through.
Absolutely.
So now I get lots of water.
I got 15 shower heads in my shower. All over, okay?
Baby.
Yeah, bitch. You guys go buy that Dasani because I'm using all the local tap.
I'll tell you where the suck is. The suck is in Arizona. Those motherfuckers over there. They're building a beautiful city in the freaking desert.
Yeah.
I mean, they got green lawns. You know, they got my sister has 6 or 14 shower heads in her freaking shower.
Yeah.
You know, everything over there requires electricity because it's so damn hot during the day. You're running air conditioner. That's bullshit. You're building a whole freaking community in a city that is so reliant on energy and so reliant on water in the desert.
Yeah.
So people can live in the sun.
Yeah.
You know, but it's such an energy suck.
Absolutely.
You know, Phoenix, Arizona is, every time I go there, it's like, this is such an energy suck.
I think they're thinking that it's easier to like rake sand than it is to mow your grass anywhere else in the world, you know? So they just build a house in the desert, in the middle of the desert. No concrete, nothing, just sand.
But then they plant lawns.
They plant lawns in the desert? That doesn't even work.
Yeah.
Can't even do that.
Well, you know, they're claiming their rights to the Colorado River water.
There you go.
Okay, I gotcha.
You know?
Yeah, I know. That's why I live in the
They've
Midwest.
They've had these rights all along, but they let California suck all the water because they didn't need it. But now Phoenix is getting big enough where they're starting to claim some of that water. They've built aqueducts. They've started pulling that water their way.
Yep.
And they're watering their lawns, and people in Southern California are bitching about not enough water, and they're taking more Northern California water.
In the Midwest
fish don't
here,
have enough water to swim in.
we have 5 lakes that make up the biggest freshwater system. What? The Great Lakes, motherfucker. And hey, we'll never run out of water, okay? Never.
This place will never run out of water.
Never. We're good.
We're good.
No
I'll
shit.
go outside right now and turn on the faucet. And what are you going to do?
You
2
can-
cents.
Yeah.
Like, you know
you
what I
can
mean?
build a pipeline from here
To
California
your house.
and sell water for more than oil.
Yeah. We should do that.
No
Dude,
shit.
that's sick.
We should do that.
Water is more than oil.
Yeah.
And it's possible because they got an oil pipeline running from Alaska down here,
Everybody
dude. So we
wants
could
to
do
live in
that.
California. Nobody wants to live out here in the fucking mosquitoes,
Here's the thing.
bugs, and shit.
Here's the thing. I think that everyone wants to live here. They just don't know it yet. Okay? They just don't know it yet.
I do kind of.
They
like
hop
some
on. They
aspects
hop on the
of it.
podcast. They
Yeah.
meet me. Sold.
Right. Yeah.
Sold. So
Yeah,
you're coming
no
out
way.
here next year, right?
You're the closer.
Not a chance, bitch. Shut up.
Ain't happening.
I'm never coming here again in my life now.
Ain't happening.
Actually.
All right. Well, we are about out of time, gentlemen. So we
ain't
better
even
wrap this
started
thing
yet.
up.
What the fuck are you
I
talking? Cut this
know.
fucking.
Hey, you gave me time parameters. I'm
strict
trying to keep
parameters.
us.
That's the
Oh, yeah,
thing.
you
I'm trying to stay alive.
You got to be home.
That's
to
what I'm
mama
saying.
by
Dude,
9.
Bro,
the
I'm
thing
watching
is,
the clock.
We're all men.
I'm watching the
We're
clock
all
for
men
you.
with women.
I know it.
We're all men
Yeah,
with
you
women.
gotta do what you
Dude,
gotta
have
do.
you ever been castrated? I don't think
Whoa.
so because we're all here. It could happen to me if I go home tonight. Late.
Well, you better get
Late.
your ass home.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, we don't need.
Before you go, stop up at Jay's and pick up another 6-pack.
Bring it back by.
Pacifico, yeah.
Circle back on.
Drop it off.
Hey,
Yeah.
absolutely, man. This stuff is nice.
It is good
It reminds
beer.
me of that El
It
Presidente.
goes good to chase tequila with.
Have you ever had El Presidente?
No.
It's like a
El Pre-
Dominican Republic produced beer.
It's a beer?
Yes,
No.
it tastes
I don't think
very
so.
similar to this.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I was drunk.
Well, this is California. You know,
Yeah. It's a staple
Pacifico
up there.
beer. Yeah, Mexican beer and tequila.
Yeah.
Southern California.
a
I'm a
thing.
Southern California boy at heart, but I can't hardly stand it down there no more.
The main thing I like about California is the Mexicans.
Really?
It's my favorite thing, dude. I hear they have street tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just get tacos anywhere.
Yeah.
Most everywhere. That's your
You
jam.
like tacos?
Yeah.
Who
Tacos
doesn't?
are good.
Do you guys have hot dog stands too?
A few.
Oh, I'm there.
Yeah. We got
Sold.
hot dog stands. We got taco stands.
Anywhere you can get food at 3 a.m. from like a cart on the side of the road,
It's gonna be good.
that's a
Jack
win.
in the Box.
Jack
We
in
don't have a
Box.
Jack in the Box.
I told you
here.
about it.
We talked
I
about
told you
this
about the tacos.
man,
weekends ago.
dude.
Jack in
Dude.
Box tacos.
Okay, I pull up at late night, buy some. That's the best commercial ever. Pull up Jack in the Box late night.
Yeah.
You know, order some tacos. I think I'll have some tacos. How many tacos do you want? Oh, about 150. That's just what I was thinking, man.
That is the best.
I like that
commercial.
mascot guy that they
Done there.
got.
He's
Yeah.
great.
He seems sassy. Like he's not ready to take anyone's shit.
That's just
You know,
what
Burger King,
Jack
he's-
is
I was
cool.
thinking.
Yeah, that Burger King guy, he's always like smiling and stuff.
Jack
and it's
is
like, you're not that
badass.
happy. Jack is serious.
Jack
Oh,
is
yeah.
badass.
Jack's
He's
a badass.
serious, dude.
You're like, fuck you.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
Goodness.
Fuck you and your tacos, bitch. Keep it moving. Keep
Yeah.
it moving. Go to Taco Bell.
We got tacos.
Yeah, exactly.
How many you want? That's just what I
What
was
I was
thinking.
thinking. All right, Dad. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thanks, Dad.
It truly was a pleasure.
Oh, sorry, you're not my dad. Thanks, Lee.
It truly was a pleasure. I think that's all we have for this week. Check us out on Instagram at MBPod and on Twitter at Podcast Bullshit. What?
Time
what were you
goes
gonna say?
faster as you get older.
No shit.
God bless, man.
Tell me about it. What day
sure
is it?
does.
God bless. Fucking
When you retire, you lose track of what day it is.
when day, who day,
Because
what
you
day?
you don't keep track of weekends no more.
Dude, I already
know,
don't
like,
do that.
what
You know
day
what I
is
mean?
today?
Yeah,
Oh, you
I
don't?
don't
I don't know what you do for a
my
living.
life is. I don't do shit. I don't do anything.
All right, you're
I don't do-
retired.
Hey, retired already,
Same
brother,
shit,
man.
right on,
already,
dude.
already.
There you go.
I might as well be.
Good Lord.
Might as well be.
This is Miscellaneous Bullshit. We are out.
This was bullshit.
Good night. Dude, that was such a good in line. That was good.